Hi guys, I'm Marcus. Welcome to Dice Skull Studios. On today's episode, we're going to be painting two different types of Fleshtone. A light Fleshtone on this female barbarian miniature from the FROSTGRAVE game, and a darker Fleshtone on this vampire hunter from the Reaper Minis line. Let's do the paint roll call. So for the base paint on the light Fleshtone, we'll be using Bugman's Glow, then layering up to Cadian Fleshtone, and then with a final highlight of Kislev Flesh. For the darker skin tone, we'll be using Catachan Flesh as a base, then layering up to Bloodreaver Flesh, and then final highlight with Kinght-Qusestor Flesh. Both of these paint schemes will both use the same shade, which will be Reikland Fleshshade. Let's get to the painting. Okay, so we're going to start with the female barbarian. So we'll want to start with our Bugman's Glow. We've got a little bit on the palette already, and a little bit of water to it to just thin it out, and then we are just applying it to all the fleshed areas. And you'll probably want to get 2 thin coats of this. You don't want to apply it too heavily, because otherwise then you're going to get bumpy skin, and that's not going to look nice. Alright, now we've given that time to dry, now we can apply our Reikland Fleshshade. This is just going to go on all those areas that we just painted. You just need to remember we need to be careful about pooling. We don't want big pools of this everywhere. We want to keep it under control. So as you can see there, gone a little bit heavier on the face. Just pick that back up and relocate it somewhere else. Okay, now we've let that wash dry. It's time for the Catachan Flesh. So all we're going to want to do here is we're going to be aiming for the raised areas and trying to leave the recesses untouched. So like the little recess there in the muscle, you just want to leave that alone. Just work your way around all the flesh. Alright, now we've let that layer dry. You can see it's pulled out a lot of that detail. Now we're just going to go in with our final highlight of Kislev Flesh. And this, we are literally just wanting to aim for all the raised surfaces, so like the eyebrows, nose. And the top of the cheekbone there. And then just define some of that muscle shape. And then things like the knuckles. Alright, now that's our pale flesh done. Let's move on to the dark flesh. Right. Now I'm going to move on to the dark flesh. It's the exact same process as before. So we're just going to get on the base layer of Catachan Flesh. Okay, after that's all dry, we're just going to apply our Reikland Fleshshade again. And we'll just give that a little while to dry. And then we can crack on with the highlights. And that is done. Alright, now we've let that dry, we can get on with these highlights. So we're just going to start working in the Bloodreaver Flesh. Again, we just want to avoid those recesses. So again, we're hitting the top of the brow, the cheekbone, the jawbone, the bridge of the nose, and tops of the ears. Okay, now we're just going to move on to our final highlight of Questor flesh. And this again, it's just the tippy top bits. Just to insinuate, enhance those features. And there we have it, guys. That is how you do a light and a dark flesh tone. If you enjoyed that video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments or feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like to see any more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, roll out.